everybody, Sydney DeLucchi here. Welcome back to my channel. So what's one thing that everybody around October is looking for? Halloween costumes. And a lot of us don't want to buy anything, right? Am I right? So let's try this skull face makeup today. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get right into the tutorial.
It's so important to start with eye primer. So I'm going to put it on top of my lids, underneath my eyes, and on my eyebrows so that the dark pigments that I'm about to put on those areas stay really vibrant and really well. Up next, I'm grabbing Younique's Addiction Palette number 1, the color in Chipper, with my blending brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm placing it on the transition area just slightly above my crease of my eye, underneath my eye, in a light fluffing manner with that blending brush. And what that's going to give me is that good transition from where these dark colors I'm about to put on go towards my actual skin. Add more as needed and then keep on going. Up next, I'm taking the same palette in the color Forthright. It's a darker, more cool toned brown. I'm taking it directly into my crease to start transitioning into the deep, dark black brown colors that we're going to add. Also took it underneath my eye to just kind of continue the look. Here I'm using Younique's Deluxe brush. Now I'm taking the Hesitant Pressed Shadow by Younique in a light pinkish nude, and I'm blending it on top of the Chipper color to additionally help with that transition towards my natural skin tone. Next, I'm taking a pressed blusher in the color Serene, which is a limited edition, as well as another blending brush that doesn't have dark colors on it yet. I'm taking it around the outskirts of the dark eyeshadow colors that I've put on so far to increase the sunken in eye look from that. Next, I'm taking the Addiction Palette number 2 in the color Cocky. It's a brownish black color, and I'm placing it all over my lid and under my eye. Now, I really want to point out how highly pigmented these eyeshadows are. It's not taking me a lot when I'm applying these deep, vibrant pigments. So now for my favorite tip, you take some rose water and spritz it on any brush of your choosing to deepen up the tone of the color. So here you see that I have taken the darkest color, that peppy color in this number 2 palette. I'm dabbing it in the areas that I'm wanting that deeper, darker, richer pigment color. Now after I've let those pigments dry for just a second, I'm taking that clean blending brush and I'm blending out those vibrant pigments that I just put on. I stopped halfway through placing my eyeshadow on just to make sure that I didn't need to go and add back in additional pigment like I just did. So that's the benefit of blending halfway through, is you can see how it's going to look. And you can also add on additional. So it's easier to blend and add more instead of adding too much and having to take off. Going back for the Spirited blush and just kind of creating that more sunken in eye look with that pink around the outskirts of the dark black. So now it's time to add a little bit of a cat eye eyeliner, which is kind of silly because my eyelids are completely black, but when you get up close and personal, you can really see. So this is Younique's Dip and Draw eyeliner in Perfect, which is black. I am obsessed with how they made this. So the wand, you can, after you put it on your eye, and the wand will definitely pick up some pigment from your eye, you can go and re-dip it right back in the inkwell and then go right back for the line that you just created. Look how dark, like you can see it even over that dark eyeshadow that I did. Then add it to the other side. It's so easy to use. Now for some pessimistic pressed shadow. And I'm taking this directly over top of that Spirited pressed blusher that you saw me using earlier to create that grayish skull look. So you can still see the pink coming through, but you can also see how it's going to transition into the gray. Now I'm going back for addition palette number 2 in the color Honorable, and I'm blending Honorable in between Pessimistic and where the black of my eyes start. All around the black. Starting to look like a skeleton. Now for some mascara. So to start, I like to curl my eyelashes, especially when I have really dark eyeshadow on, with the Unique eyelash curler. So now we'll add some mascara. This is Unique's Epic Mascara. It's fabulous. It has polymers that curl your lashes for you. So technically you really didn't have to curl them, but I like to add a little bit of extra curl, especially when I have these dark eyeshadows on. So it's the blackest black and very lightweight. It's good for your lashes. There's no alcohol in it, so it's not going to dry them out. And it adds so much length to them. A little bit on the bottom lashes. And now let's get right into the face color. So I'm starting with Organza, and you notice that I place it right from the dropper directly onto my face. This is a huge tip that I learned because of the liquid foundation brush. Also, I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me because it is the lightest foundation I could find. And this is color 110. You can see how it looks white on me. Now I'm taking a blending bud that I dampened before the video, and I'm blending in those colors. Now you can see that it's not as white as I really wanted it to be, so I'm adding a little bit more of that Fit Me foundation and buffing it right back into my face. Now I'm taking some Pessimistic pressed shadow and using the blending bud again and just dabbing it all over my face. So I'm hoping that this Pessimistic color is going to give me that grayish skull look. Now I'm taking the angled liner brush and my rosewater tip again and the color Faithful Cream Splurge from Unique, and I'm making those lines on my forehead that were in my inspirational picture. Kind of gives the skull more of some surface features, and then I'm taking the blending bud and just buffing them out just a little bit. So they're not super there, but they still are. Now, Honorable again from Addiction palette number 2, and adding a little bit over top of the Splurge cream eyeshadow. Giving it a little bit more depth and perfecting that surface area of the skull. Now back for more Pessimistic pressed shadow, right over top of it again to continue that grayish look on my face that I'm going for. And this is just a eyeshadow brush that I'm using. Back for more Honorable on the cheek this time. Giving myself some ridiculous cheekbones and adding the drama to this skull face look. And this is just the Unique Deluxe brush that I'm using. You can use any brush that will give you any sort of specific placement of that color. Now I'm blending it out so it's not a harsh line anymore, the same brush that I used to apply it. And now I'm taking the blending bud, which remember it was dampened before the video, and I'm buffing that color into my face so it's less of a harsh line. Going back for some more Pessimistic and the contour brush by Unique, going right underneath the darker Honorable line with the Pessimistic color that I have on the contour brush and blending it. Now I added more Honorable to the contour brush and went right back at it. Remember, blend as you go, add more as needed. You can always add more. It's harder to take off the color, especially when you're working with dark costume colors like this. Also, if you're having a hard time knowing where you need to put this dark color, open your mouth and see where your natural lines of your facial features fall. That was helping me to know where I needed the darker colors. I also took it along the sides of my nose because that will come into play later. More blending. Oh, contour on point. Now I've taken the loose concealer color in Fierce, which is a brown. It's a loose concealer by Younique, and it's a mineral concealer, and it's super brown. It works fabulous for that dirty skull look with the paddle end of the contour brush. Now I'm taking that brown over top of all the dark colors that I did, again, for that dirty skull look underneath my jawbone and all of that jazz. Now I'm taking more pessimistic and I'm adding white light color underneath that dark contour that I just did to make it more exaggerated and pop more. Again, I'm adding more pessimistic all over my face to give it that gray skull look. And then blending. Remember, blending as you go is your friend. Blending is cardio. All right, up next we're taking black pencil liner. This color is called Perfect, and we're gonna create that cartilage-free nose look. Now, I had to look up some ideas of how to draw a skeleton nose because I didn't want one that looked really fake or just a circle on my nose. I didn't want to look like a Rudolph with a black nose. So I just outlined it, I colored it in, and this pencil eyeliner is not going to budge. It's not going to go anywhere once it sets, which is ridiculous. Now you'll also notice that I'm taking the white eyeliner. This color is called Pristine, and I'm putting it on my lips. So what this white lip color is going to do is it's going to help me be the foundation for the skeleton teeth that I'm going to do. Now I'm going back with some pessimistic and putting it over top of the white, so it kind of matches more of the gray tone that I'm going for with the skeleton look rather than bright white. Now you can tell that it's a little bit too dark and it looks like gray lipstick, so I'm taking more of that 110 color of the Fit Me foundation and going right over top of it with a concealer brush and blending the color out. That way it looks like I have less of a lip and they'll look more like teeth. Now for the plush color of the lip liner by Younique. And I'm going to give myself some guidelines on where I'm going to draw the lines for the teeth. This is also going to give me some depth between the teeth, so it's not just lines. Now this is the light color brow liner pencil. This is much more of a fine tip, and it's going to help me accentuate those lines that I just drew with the plush liner. Now I'm going back with the black eyeliner. I sharpened it so my lines are thinner, and I'm drawing right over top of all those lines that I just did with the lip liner and the brow liner. Now remember, you're drawing teeth here, so if you need to look up a skeleton face and replicate those teeth, then go ahead and do so. But remember, they're going to go up farther than the top of your lip, which is something that I had to edit going back. You see how I'm fixing that now? The skeleton face makes me look angry. And then I lined the inside of my teeth so it looks like the skeleton teeth that I drew on meet at the middle. Getting so close to being finished here. Going back in and adding a little bit more depth to my eyebrows here so they're not just brown. I'm coloring them with the black Perfect eyeliner pencil. And remember, I did eye primer on top of my brows, so this is really not going to go anywhere. Talk about eyebrows that could kill a man, huh? Filling them in with that black liner. Now I'm taking that liner end of that dual-ended brush and I'm just kind of blending the eyebrows in. Going back for some more pessimistic. Going underneath the eyebrow because I'm a girl skeleton and my eyebrows have to look really good. On top too to make them look even more arched and even more perfect. More pessimistic on the top of my nose, on the outsides of the dark eyeliner pencil nose that I gave myself. And underneath my eyes, again, to just blend it out more and make sure that I have enough of a sunken in, dark, smoky eye look. Taking more honorable where I need it from palette number 2, just to really make sure that my cheekbones and the structure of the skeleton face looks perfect. Blending, 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 because that is the last step that you're going to want to do to make sure you don't have any laying pigments on top of your face. Going back for a little bit more of the cocky color because I decided that a sunken in eye was not good enough, so I wanted to add a little bit more. And just keep adding as you want. You could make them bigger than I did. You could include your eyebrows in that smoky eye area. Now for some more peppy, which I'm putting right over top of the pencil eyeliner nose that I gave myself and on the insides of my lips. That way the liner is kind of baked where I put it and it's definitely not going to go anywhere. More finishing touches, and that's it for my skeleton tutorial. So check out my pictures that I took and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thanks guys for watching. I can't wait to see your renditions of this look. So make sure to tag me on any social media so I can give you a shout out.